Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 teams in Honkai Star Rail. Before we begin today's video though, I would love to know who is your favorite Honkai Star Rail character. Mine is definitely Black Swan. Lastly, if you guys enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe to win your next 50/50 and also hit the like button to support the video. Now, let's get straight into it. Let's begin with damage over time teams. Damage over time has progressively gotten stronger as time has gone on, with the release of Kafka and then the release of characters such as Black Swan and even supportive characters who fit nicely on damage over time teams. Kafka being able to detonate damage over time and synergize very nicely with damage over time characters has allowed her future potential and value to remain pretty high since her release in version 1.2. For the best damage over time teams, you'll be looking at Kafka alongside Black Swan with a support or additional damage over time character, and lastly a sustain. The best option would be using Kafka, Black Swan, Ruan Mei, and then Hua. The sustain is up to whichever ones you have available, but Hua in particular is very nice for damage over time teams because of her being able to provide attack, which is valuable for damage over time teams, and energy with her ultimate. Hua also provides great cleansing with her skill kit, which is very useful for dispelling debuffs. Black Swan will be able to reduce enemy defenses, which increases the team's damage output onto enemies, as well as inflict her own form of damage over time onto enemies, which is referred to as Arcana. Kafka will be able to help Black Swan stack Arcana onto enemies, and as a result, Kafka will be able to deal a good amount of damage herself, and then Black Swan will be able to also deal her own fair share of damage with the Arcana stacks on the enemy. As for Ruan Mei, her buffs are very useful for numerous team comps, including damage over time. Ruan Mei will be able to provide damage buffs, speed buffs, increasing the weakness breaking efficiency as well as all-type res penetration of the team, increasing the break effect of the team, and much more. Ruan Mei's buffs will be able to improve the damage output of the team, and the increased weakness breaking efficiency can allow the team to quickly break enemies, which can allow you to inflict damage over time onto the enemy from weakness breaking them as well. The speed buff is beneficial as it'll give roughly 10 additional speed to each character on the team except for Ruan Mei herself, and this can help you reach higher speed thresholds, especially if you do use a relic set such as Glamoth on Kafka, as it will require a 160 speed threshold to get the maximum damage increase from that planar set. Overall, the damage over time team has been very consistent with clearing endgame content and can continue to potentially improve even further in the future because of how much future value Kafka's kit provides. Next up, we have break-centric teams, which have been on a rise as of lately. The main two DPS characters as of recently who have been dominating the break meta would be Firefly and Boothill. Starting with Firefly, her kit has multiple benefits that allow her to efficiently break enemies as fast as possible in order to start dealing a bunch of damage onto them. Firefly's ultimate allows her to be advanced forward by 100%, increase her own speed, which will allow her to reach very high speed thresholds, and this can allow her to attack multiple times in a cycle. Firefly also has increased weakness breaking efficiency within her kit, plus she can implant fire weakness onto enemies with her enhanced skill after she uses her ultimate. What's even better is that her technique can also start off a fight with enemies being implanted with fire weakness at the start of each wave, and much more. Firefly will pair the best with Harmony Trailblazer, Ruan Mei, and a sustain of your choice. I recommend Gallagher the most though, since he'll be able to deal his own fair share of damage when Harmony Trailblazer's ultimate is active. Harmony Trailblazer's ultimate allows the entire team to deal super break damage once an enemy is weakness broken, and this will be Firefly's main source of damage, which is the super break damage inflicted onto enemies. Harmony Trailblazer and Firefly have a perfect synergy and is highly recommended to use, especially since Harmony Trailblazer is free. As for Ruan Mei, she'll be one of the best supports to use on a Firefly team alongside Harmony Trailblazer. Ruan Mei providing the team extra break effect, additional weakness breaking efficiency, and so on, increases the damage output of the team. The additional weakness breaking efficiency, in particular from Ruan Mei's kit, can boost the super break damage from Harmony Trailblazer's ultimate, and both Harmony Trailblazer as well as Ruan Mei can delay enemies, which means they'll stay weakness broken for an extended period of time, and this results in Firefly being able now to deal more instances of super break onto enemies before they can recover their toughness meters. In most scenarios, Firefly will just likely destroy whatever she is facing before they can even regain their toughness meter with this team comp. What's really nice about this team comp in particular though is that it only has 2 premium characters on the team, while the Sustain is a 4-star and Harmony Trailblazer is free, which can make this team cheaper than other teams to invest into for very premium results. To add on to this, Firefly is also very powerful with the free-to-play light cone on the Fall of an Aeon. As for Boothill, he can use the same team of Harmony Trailblazer, Ruan Mei, and Gallagher, or you can replace Harmony MC with Bronya to advance forward Boothill so that he can gain his pocket trick shot stacks very fast, as well as wither down enemy toughness meters. Boothill has insane amounts of single target damage, especially once he breaks an enemy. Boothill and Firefly are both incredible characters at modes such as Apocalyptic Shadow, Memory of Chaos, and overall are both incredible break-centric DPS characters who can deal a bunch of damage. Next up, we have the follow-up team. The follow-up team is a pretty premium team consisting of Topaz Numby, Dr. Ratio, Robin, and Aventurine. There are also follow-up teams more catered for pure fiction, which can include characters such as Jade, Herta, or Himiko. The follow-up team has incredible synergy since all the characters on the team will be able to assist each other to trigger more attacks onto enemies, which now results in a bunch of damage output onto those enemies with single target attacks as well as AoE attacks. For Topaz, Dr. Ratio, Aventurine, and Robin, Topaz will be able to handle fire weak enemies as well as inflict proof of death onto an enemy. This will increase the damage that an enemy takes from follow-up attacks, which will be a huge source of damage output from this team. As a result, Topaz is able to deal damage as well as have supportive utility in her skill kit with proof of death. As for Dr. Ratio, he's able to unleash frequent follow-up attacks with the skill kit, and this can assist with Numby attacking more frequently as well. Dr. Ratio is able to deal strong imaginary damage to enemies, and his ultimate allows him to focus on targeting multiple enemies at once, since you can use his ultimate on one enemy while focusing his skills on a different one. This is really nice when there are 2 elite or boss enemies on the field, since now Dr. Ratio has a way to effectively attack 2 enemies on the field with his skill kit, especially with team members that can allow him to quickly dish out his follow-up attacks from Wiseman Foley, which is inflicted on an enemy after Dr. Ratio unleashes his ultimate on them. As for Aventurine, he is an incredible support for numerous team comps, since he can provide beefy shields, increased effect resistance for allies who have these shields, replenish a bit of his fortified wager shields when he unleashes follow-up attacks. He can also inflict Unnerved onto an enemy with his ultimate, which will increase the crit damage dealt to an enemy, and so on. Aventurine synergizes very well on follow-up teams, as he will be able to unleash follow-up attacks onto enemies, which in Topaz's case can assist with advancing Numby forward. Plus, with certain Aventurine builds, he can deal his own fair share of damage, especially for a character that is sustaining a team. As for Robin, she will increase the damage dealt from the team with her skill, she can increase the crit damage of the team, and her ultimate allows her to advance forward everyone except for herself on that same team, which will also provide a very strong attack buff for each character as well. The team will be able to easily generate Robin energy as well, so you can use her ultimate with ease shortly after she exits her Concerto state from her ultimate. Robin being able to advance the whole team forward allows for more opportunities to unleash powerful attacks as well as follow-up attacks onto enemies, while also providing the team very powerful buffs to further improve the damage output of every character as well. As for the pure fiction follow-up teams, Himiko, Herta, and Jade are all excellent options to easily power through pure fiction to get all the points necessary to get all your rewards. Herta is a free character who pairs excellently with Himiko or Jade, and the frequent follow-up attacks this team will unleash will allow you to clear through the mobs without any issues. Herta is a great partner for Jade because Herta's skill, follow-up, and ultimate will hit every enemy on the field, which can allow Jade to get 5 stacks each time Herta attacks, assuming that there are 5 enemies on the field, which now results in a bunch of follow-up attacks throughout the fight. Overall, follow-up teams have progressively gotten stronger ever since Topaz's release, which then led into the release of Dr. Ratio, who we were able to obtain for free during the time, and then Robin and Aventurine. As for Jade, she just released, and she's definitely one of the best characters when it comes to clearing pure fiction. For our next team, we actually have 2 teams, which would consist of Jingliu and Donghong Imbibitor Lune, as both are excellent hypercarry DPS options. Starting off with Jingliu. Jingliu is a powerful ice damage dealer who deals a bunch of damage once she is in her transmigrational state. When she has 2 stacks of synergy, she'll go into this state and it'll allow her to advance herself forward by 100%, massively increasing her own crit rate, and she will also slightly drain the HP of the team to boost her attack, and her skill will have an increased multiplier, which also now allows her to hit adjacent enemies. What's even better though is that she will not consume skill points with her enhanced skill either. Jingliu will consume 1 stack though each time she uses her enhanced skill, and once you no longer have any stacks, she will exit her enhanced state. Jingliu pairs very nicely with characters who can allow her to act more often, such as Bronya, characters who can massively increase her damage output, such as Ruan Mei, and then also characters who can allow Jingliu to stay in her enhanced state longer, and this can consist of characters such as Tingyun and Huahua, as they'll grant Jingliu more energy, which now allows Jingliu to use her ultimate more often, and this can extend the duration of her enhanced state as she will gain a stack when she uses her ultimate. Kayla is also a nice 4-star option for increasing Jingliu's damage output, as she can reduce enemy defenses and also lower enemy resistance if you have her 4th Eidolon. Overall, Jingliu has multiple options you can pair her with that will benefit her damage output as your main damage dealer. For Donghong and Imbibitor Lune teams, Donghong IL will be able to enhance his basic attack by consuming up to 3 skill points per attack. This will increase the damage output of his basic attacks, and his ultimate will be able to assist with the massive skill point consumption, as it'll grant him 2 stacks, and each of these stacks can be used in place of a skill point. When it comes to teams with Donghong IL, he will benefit from characters who can help with his skill point consumption. One example being Sparkle. Sparkle can provide Donghong IL a bunch of crit damage, allow him to use attack boots with ease, and can also provide the team more skill points to use, which now allows Donghong IL to use more skill points more often to boost his damage output. Tingyun and Huahua are also great options, since they can provide Donghong IL more energy, which now allows him to use his ultimate more often and gain stacks to use in place of skill points. You can also use Ruan Mei, as she provides nice buffs that can assist Donghong IL's damage output, plus she is also a skill point positive character, so this can help out with the skill point consumption. Overall, Donghong IL is a very powerful imaginary damage dealer and can deal with multiple enemies at a time with his skill kit. For the final main team of today's video, we have Acheron. I don't actually know what to call this team, but I'm just gonna call it Acheron because why not? Acheron is a lightning nihility character who is easily one of the best damage dealers in the game. She focuses on gaining 9 slash stream stacks to unleash her ultimate onto enemies, and this ultimate ignores enemy weaknesses, lowers their ult type resistance, and she can also attack all enemies on the field with this ultimate. When it comes to Acheron teams, she benefits from being paired with allies who can debuff enemies to help Acheron gain slash stream stacks, characters who are part of the nihility path to boost her damage output, and characters who can allow her to get her slash stream stacks more often or faster. When it comes to Acheron teams, she pairs very nicely with characters such as Pela, Silverwolf, Black Swan, and so on. Pela is a great 4-star option since she can reduce all enemy defenses with her ultimate, which will increase Acheron's damage output, and if you put Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat on Pela, she'll be able to consistently assist with getting Acheron's /stream stacks to unleash her ultimate. Black Swan could be a nice option for the defense reductions she can inflict onto enemies, plus she can stack Arcana as well. This can allow for an additional source of damage output. You can even use a team of Acheron, Black Swan, and Kafka, and all 3 of these characters on the team will contribute for more damage output. Plus, Kafka and Black Swan will be able to get Acheron her /stream stacks as well. Silver Wolf is an excellent option since she can inflict numerous debuffs onto enemies, implant them with a weakness type, and so on. As for a potential Harmony character you can use, it can be Sparkle, since she's able to advance forward Acheron, which now results in Acheron attacking more often, as well as getting a huge crit damage boost from Sparkle's skill kit, as well as damage increases for the team. For your sustain, you'll be looking at a Preservation character holding Trend of Universal Market, since this will allow Acheron to gain stacks whenever that ally is hit, and that ally does inflict burn onto the enemy with this light cone. And some notable synergies can be Aventurine, as he is a Preservation class character who will also be able to debuff an enemy with his ultimate. Gallagher can be a nice choice as well, since he can debuff enemies with his ultimate, and afterwards inflict an additional debuff with his enhanced basic attack, which now results in 2 /stream stacks. You can also use Fire MC. Fire MC's taunt will allow you to gain a /stream stack. And overall, Acheron has multiple options you can use alongside her. Your goal will be to debuff enemies as consistently as possible to get her stacks, but to also increase her damage output. I would highly recommend Pela alongside Acheron, especially since she is also a 4-star character, and if you do have Silverwolf, now you'll be able to massively reduce an enemy's defense with both Pela and Silverwolf on the team. The Acheron team might also get another improvement once our new Nihility friend in 2.4 releases, depending on what their skill kit does, which I'll go over this once we get the 2.4 livestream. Overall though, the Acheron team can differ on what characters you have on your account, but even with differentiations in team members, Acheron will be able to clear through content with ease because of how powerful of a character she is. As for some notable mentions for today's video, mono-quantum teams or even mono-centric teams with another supportive character of a different element, for example, Jingliu and Azila team, can be a powerful team comp. Silverwolf will be able to ensure that the enemy is inflicted with quantum weakness, Sparkle can advance forward an ally, provide them with a bunch of crit damage, and so on, and Fu Xuan is a nice sustain for being able to keep the team alive, and can help ensure that Silverwolf implants quantum weakness, since the characters on the team would be primarily quantum. This is still a pretty fun team comp and can perform pretty nicely overall, so I thought I'd bring it up as a notable mention for today. That'll be all though for the best team comps in Honkai Star Rail, and honestly, I really want to know how many times I said the word team in this video, or enemies. I feel like I said it so much, and I really want to go back and just probably count it, but I would love to know which team comps. I just ended up saying it again, but I'd love to know what teams do you guys consider your favorites or just very powerful in the comments down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, feel free to subscribe to see more Star Rail content from me. Leave a like to support the video. If you want to check out some Zenless Zone Zero content, I have another channel that goes over that, so make sure to check that out if you are interested. And I hope to see you all next time. Peace.